Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to have you in my kitchen. We are going to make a superfood philosophy coffee together. I'm so excited. This is my daily ritual. It's how I start my day every day, whether I make it or my husband makes it. One of us blends up a superfood coffee every day, and it's our ritual to really ground us and make us feel just super inspired to take on the day. And nutritionally, it really fuels us. So all you need, I have coffee already brewed in the blender. I have dairy-free creamer. You can make it hot or cold. You could easily use cold brew if that's your jam or if it's summertime. And then you just need our cacao magic powder, our superfood honey, the cacao flavor, and our coconut butter. Now we sell this on our website as a bundle under Superfood Coffee Bundle. You save by getting it as this bundle, but you can also buy them a la carte. So let's get started. So we've got our dairy-free creamer, we've got our coffee. I keep all of my superfood powders in these little jars, but it's the exact same as this. Add a tablespoon. Everything I do is very intuitive, as you'll see. So it's not necessarily about exact measurements. It's more about what it feels like, what it tastes like, how it makes me feel. We've got our coconut butter with cacao magic powder inside. It's so good. In colder months, you might need to warm this up a little bit, but since we're moving into warmer months here in California, it's nice and creamy. This is not like a peanut butter, so it's not like that. It's a coconut butter. It's a little different in consistency. So definitely warm it up for a bit. And just know that good, healthy fats help us really balance the caffeine levels of the coffee. So we want good, healthy fats so that we can really stay balanced and keep that focus and mental clarity through the whole morning. And there's no crash on the other side when you have healthy fats with the caffeine. Last but not least, we've got our cacao bee honey. It's so medicinal, it's organic, unfiltered, it's raw, and it's filled with so much goodness, including reishi, cacao, chia seeds. It's so good. So I'm gonna blend this up. I'll see you on the other side. If you don't have a blender at home, you can easily buy a little frother. You can get it really anywhere, like 10 bucks. And I use that when I travel. So just bring these 3 products from Philosophy when you travel and a frother, and you're good to go no matter where you are in the world, even if you don't have a blender. You could also make this into a really yummy iced coffee in the blender. So just know that's an option. I would just blend your coffee first and then add the ice after. All right, our superfood coffee is all set. Wow. And again, this is what I do every single day. It helps my energy levels stay steady. So instead of a really big up and then a really big crash with normal coffee and just adding a bit of maybe creamer, this is a really steady, really great source of sugar, great source of fats, and all the superfoods, sugar-free, dairy-free, raw, gluten-free, just the cleanest ingredients on earth mixed with your delicious, organic, hopefully, coffee. All right, let's go meet over on the yoga mat. Cheers. Hi guys, good morning, happy Sunday. I'm so excited to do our superfood coffee chat with Dr. Adi Sophie here. We are going to be chatting about something, as you know, every Sunday we go live here, and we are going to be addressing all the things that you want in the philosophy community. And one of the things that's asked about a lot is Adi and I chatting openly and honestly about radical transparency, which we talk about all the time on our podcast, Ignited.
And sometimes people love it, and sometimes it makes them really uncomfortable.
Yeah, and that's okay. We've had many iterations and examples of that even this week of people that we've met that it makes people uncomfortable to be radically transparent. So we're not going into deep detail about what radical transparency is right now. You can head over to my Instagram TV and see a video that we made on it, and you can also go listen to the podcast. We talk about it a lot. But today we're going to be talking about a couples check-in. So we just went through one of the hardest years ever as a collective. This pandemic affected all of us in so many crazy ways. Mental health, mental illness is on the rise. Suicide is on the rise. It's been gnarly. And the most healthy relationships in the world have been affected by it.
Absolutely.
And ours definitely was. We were challenged day after day with 3 kids home, a live-in nanny, another friend staying with us. All of them have benefits and all of them have drawbacks. And having nowhere to go, no escape, being stuck in our beautiful home nonstop was like Groundhog's Day. And what does that do to your system? And what does that do to your relationship?
Yeah, and it's even just to know that no matter how good your life is, and no matter how good your relationship is, no matter how well everything is going, there will be challenges that will come up. That's a reality of life. That's never going to end.
And one of the things, just like this ritual of starting your day with a superfood coffee every single day, if you don't drink coffee, as I've said numerous times, just make the normal recipe and take the coffee out. It still tastes so good to have a superfood latte with cacao. Having a ritual that locks you into the best version of you. So one ritual that we have done for 15 years now is had a check-in. We don't need to do it as often now. I actually have talked to many healers and spiritual guides who are like, you guys are on the same vibration for the most part. You don't need to be constantly doing the check-ins and things. So knowing, checking in with yourself and your own gut and intuition, what do I need? Do I need to feel connected to my partner? Do I feel a little disconnected? Am I feeling out of alignment? And doing this check-in. So we're going to do it right here with you guys today. We'll just show you an example. But here's how it works. So this check-in we provide to you, and we'll put it in the caption after the fact. These questions are prompts that you get to do with your partner, and you want to practice active listening. So as Adi is speaking to me and answering questions, he will speak, and I will just hold space for him. And I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to react. I am just going to hold space, and the same thing goes vice versa. So I'm
just laughing because Noah's about
here.
About to
you
walk
can come sit on my lap if you want, Noah.
Come here, baby.
So we'll show you and we'll practice this.
Hi,
sweet girl. Hi. We're just talking to these cameras here. If you want to hang out with us, you want to sit on my lap? Okay. Can I move that fork? Okay. So we have our questions here, and we're going to show. I'm going to go first. So the highlight of my day is the first thing. So the first thing I'm going to do is look to my partner. And if you're sitting, knee to knee, then you're even more intimate. If you're maybe having a little distance, you're sitting at dinner, that's okay too. But you want to make eye contact with your partner. So today the highlight of my day was taking Noah to school and connecting with her, singing songs.
You want to maybe rethink?
No, okay. It's just an example. It doesn't have to be actually like today. So I'm giving you an example. Playing with Noah this morning, whatever it might be, giving the highlight of my day.
Okay.
And Adi just listens. He's not going to say, like he just did, try and correct me and be like, today's Sunday, duh. He's just going to be like, oh, okay, I'm holding space. And he's not thinking, he's just receiving. The next thing is the challenge of the day. A challenge of the day today was a fight I got into with my girlfriend. It really upset me and threw me off, and I'm still feeling that in this moment. And so on. And so Adi listens, and he holds space, and he maybe nods, but there's not a lot of feedback, right? Do you want to say anything else about active listening?
Yeah, the job of active listening is to pay attention to what your partner is saying as if you needed to summarize it later. So what happens a lot of times when you're listening to somebody talk, especially a partner, especially if there are some friction points going on in the relationship right now, is you're listening, trying to figure out what your response is going to be. That is not active listening. That means you end up kind of turning off your listening skills at some point to try to create a rebuttal. Active listening is about listening with the idea that if I had to summarize this, if I had to tell my partner what they said in the end, could I do it?
Yep. So we have 5 questions on our couples check-in. You don't have to do all of them. You can make it your own for sure. These are just prompts that have worked for us over time. We have the highlight of the day, challenge of the day, something that I appreciate you did or are doing. That can be in general. It can be for the relationship. It can be as a parent, a friend. for the home. Something I'm working on is, and then where I could use some support. So again, the other person in the coupleship is just listening, holding space. So after I go completely, and I do all 5 questions and respond, this could go as long as I need. Adi, I say I'm finished, and then Adi goes, and I active listen for him.
Yeah, I normally, when we would do this, I would normally, say thank you for sharing or something along those lines, just to acknowledge. It takes a lot in a relationship to speak directly to your partner.
Look them in the eyes.
And look them in the eye and take that time.
Yeah.
And so I really find that can be really useful. Just say, thank you so much for sharing that with me. And again, I just want to mention, sometimes when you're doing these, especially early on, there may be conflict. You may not be doing great. And so that's even more important, to just acknowledge to your partner that you appreciate and you see the value in them being willing to take the time, sit down, even when things aren't perfect, share with you what's going on for them. Because in the end, especially if you really want to be in this relationship, you want to know your partner better. You want them to be understood. You want them to know what's going on for you and to understand you as well. So this is an exchange.
And also just knowing, like, life happens. If you're in the middle of a check-in and a baby comes in, or a child, or there's an interruption, take a moment, take a breath, and you can go back to it. Like, your life is still happening. Doesn't have to be some formal thing. Life constantly is happening, and these types of little reminders are good. They help us to drop in. They help us to stay present. Right, Noah? Did you have a good day so far? What was your highlight of your day?
Just being a baby.
Being a little shy. Mwah. Okay, well, thanks you guys for checking in with us. All the questions will be listed. We will share them for you in our stories underneath this, the 5 questions. Let us know how this worked for you. Send this to someone that you love. Maybe you have a friend who's going through some struggles right now. Well, what'd you do? What'd you do? Maybe you have a friend who's going through a struggle. Like, this check-in has honestly transformed our lives. When we sometimes feel like we hate each other, we check in, and then we feel a little bit better.
Yeah, this has been an amazing tool for us for years.
Cheers. Go enjoy your superfood coffee.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye. Say we love you, philosophy. We love you. Bye, everyone. Happy Sunday.
Hi, baby. Thank you, man.
You want some milk?